Family is supposed to mean safety, trust, and unconditional love. It is the one bond we are told can never be broken. But sometimes loyalty to family doesn't protect, it destroys. This is a story of a family whose business was built on loyalty, but whose legacy ended in betrayal and murder. The family was well known in their town, respected for their hard work and success. For generations, they ran a business that provided stability and prosperity, and on the surface, they seemed like the perfect example of unity. To neighbors, they were admired. To employees, they were a symbol of strength. But behind the polished image was a darker truth. Their loyalty wasn't rooted in love. It was built on fear, control, and unspoken rule. No one ever defied the head of the family. At the center stood the patriarch, a man whose word was law. He built a business from nothing and demanded respect at every turn. His children and relatives worked for him, each reminded daily that their success depended entirely on their loyalty to him. To cross him was to risk losing everything. For years, no one dared. But as the business expanded, so did the cracks within the family. Money, power, and resentment began to rot the foundation. Siblings fought over shares, cousins whispered about corruption, and secrets multiplied behind closed doors. Some family members felt trapped, believing they had no life beyond the business. One in particular reached a breaking point. Tired of the lies, the endless control, and the suffocating rules, they threatened to expose the family's secrets. Every hidden deal, every betrayal, every truth that could bring the empire crashing down. The reaction was immediate. Whispers turned into meetings behind closed doors. To those still loyal, this wasn't simply rebellion. It was betrayal. And in this family, betrayal was the ultimate sin. What happened next revealed the terrifying lengths people will go to in the name of loyalty. A plan was devised, not to protect the truth, not to heal the rift, but to silence the threat once and for all. The very family that preached unity decided to turn against one of their own. What they called loyalty was nothing more than obedience. And to prove that obedience, blood had to be spilled. The murder shocked the community. Neighbors who once admired the family could hardly believe what had happened. The business that once represented pride and legacy now stood as a symbol of destruction. The police investigation peeled back the layers of secrecy, exposing a family consumed by greed and ruled by fear. It wasn't love that had bound them together all those years. It was control. And when control was threatened, the mask of loyalty slipped, revealing betrayal in its purest form. In the end, the truth came out. The family members who carried out the crime insisted they did it for the greater good, to protect the family's name and everything they had built. But the world saw something different, a family willing to destroy itself in the pursuit of power. The so-called family business became infamous, a chilling reminder that sometimes the very people who claim to protect us can be the ones who bring us down. This story forces us to ask difficult questions. What does loyalty really mean? Is it devotion to the people we love? Or is it just blind obedience to those who control us? When loyalty demands silence in the face of abuse, corruption, or betrayal, is it still loyalty? Or is it fear disguised as love? The truth is, loyalty can be a powerful bond. It can hold families together, inspire sacrifice, and carry people through the darkest moments of life. But when twisted, it becomes dangerous. In this family's case, it became deadly. Their business, once a proud legacy, now carries a stain of blood. Their name, once respected, is forever tied to betrayal. And the family that once stood as a symbol of unity became a haunting reminder of how loyalty, when corrupted, can destroy everything it was meant to protect. Family is supposed to mean love. It's supposed to mean trust. But in this story, family meant control, fear, and silence. And in the end, that silence was broken not by words, but by murder. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories about family ties gone wrong.